And this is a video of the 5,000 mile update of the 2018 Nissan Leaf positives. As mentioned before, analog speedo is really nice to view, as is the wealth of information on this screen and then the supplementary screen on the infotainment centre. Overall build quality in the 2018 Nissan Leaf is being finished to a very high standard. Obviously, apart from the buttresses, everything's clear, functional, concise. The heating and the ventilation in the vehicle is a joy to use. It cools the vehicle phenomenally well with the air conditioning, and with the heat pump, it heats the car up quite rapidly. And the fact that you're actually only using 70 degrees actually shown on the system when you're trying to make the vehicle warm, I predominantly leave it at that 70 degrees and it actually keeps it a nice temperature. There's no creaks, rattles or buzzing noises anywhere on the trim. Having owned the vehicle now for over 5,000 miles and driving the vehicle over a variety of different road surfaces, I can attain to this. It's absolutely superbly built, as is most Nissans out there. E-pedal is one of the best features on this vehicle. It is very relaxing and stress-free to actually drive with this mode engaged. It'd be a backward step to ever have to go back to a vehicle that doesn't actually have this. The DAB radio in a 2018 Nissan Leaf is absolutely brilliant. I love the clarity. It does drop out a little bit if you're behind kind of like very tall structures in certain parts of the town. In general though, it's been flawless. It's a revelation over listening to previous stations that were in medium wave that I used to listen to. Now it's like crystal clear, digitally reproduced. And the actual overall sound system, whether you're streaming off your phone or just streaming offline, is really good. As mentioned before, 360-degree camera is absolutely essential when doing manoeuvring and tight turns regarding the closeness in relation to the vehicle, to the curbs. Reversing, absolutely very handy as well. Like the fact that when something comes into one of the zones, it eliminates to let you know that one of the sensors has picked something up way before you can actually see it, that's potentially off camera. The ride and the handling of the 2018 Nissan Leaf, in regards to the ride, the only thing that catches this vehicle off is if you're going round, say, a corner and there are lateral ridges across the road. So as you're going round, the back wheels will skip across them a little bit. They've got to be quite abrupt. But other than that, the ride is really well damped. It soaks up pretty much most things. Quite deep potholes can cause the suspension to crash a little bit. But in all honesty, that would apply to any vehicle. These are no different. And in terms of the handling, as you see in my e-pedal fun video, it's really well sorted. In the wet, it handles very progressively. I haven't felt any issues with regards to feeling the vehicle slide even remotely. Obviously, if you're on diesel and stuff and ice, that's different. They're summer tyres. And yeah, overall, really pleased with the handling. I would actually say regarding the ride, because of the smoothness of this vehicle, it really goes hand in hand with that ride in making your, if you're using this as a taxi, very calming. It's just so well sorted. One of the things I also like about the 2018 Nissan Leaf is the serenity of the vehicle. And when you're driving it for upwards of 9 hours plus a day, little things on the road that previously might have annoyed you, like people cutting you up and just general bad behaviour on the roads, people driving aggressively, you know, I don't know, that because of the calming effect of the whole vehicle, like the smoothness of the transmission, the ride in particular, the quietness, no vibration in terms of like gear changes, even if you're driving automatic, there's still perceptions of that, combined with the e-pedal as well, the fact that your whole body is like in this complete mellow state of being, without going too deep. It's absolutely brilliant. I've never had a vehicle where, even if, like, for example, say you've, I don't know, we all have bad things happen in our life or whatever, and you come out to work. When I'm driving this vehicle, I just feel completely relaxed and chilled, like nothing phases my day-to-day like it did previously in all my other ICE vehicles. The boot, as you know, is absolutely carnivorous. There's not a lot that you can't actually get in that boot. The steering at 0 RPM, in other words at stationary, is really, really lovely and smooth. Still feels really nicely weighted, and as soon as you build up speed, it becomes very meaty and solid. One of the best features of this vehicle. The styling of the 2018 Nissan Leaf, in my opinion, is best seen from this angle. I like the way that the quattro askew kind of like flared wheel arches come out just below the door line on the door handle, and that second crease that runs the entire length of the body from the rear signature rear lights up to the front wheel arch. The less pronounced crease here I like as well, because it kind of gives it that secondary quattro kind of like bulged wheel arches on the front as well as the rear. The rear shot of the 2018 Nissan Leaf is especially good when you look down quite low, because that rear diffuser with the blue signature trim there absolutely really makes that stand out. I like the wide squat stance of the Leaf. It really gives it a lot of road presence, like when you're trailing it. The side skirts are a nice little touch that breaks up that body between the two arches as well, which is a nice little part that they added there. The 17-inch diamond cut rims, I think, really complete that look. It's going to be interesting to see if I go for the 16-inch variant wheels, if I can get a similar kind of diamond cut design, but the smaller rim size when I fit my winter tyres later on in the year. And obviously the black pearlescent paint, as you can see in the sunlight, absolutely really catches the, you probably can't see it on camera, but it looks like there's flakes of silver in amongst the black. Really, really eye-catching in the sunlight. It's beautiful. And then as we move around to the front of the vehicle, absolutely lovely LED daytime running lamps, as you can see there. Nice integrated fog lamps, really, really helpful when I'm driving the early hours of the morning and it's dark, and that right hand side of the headlamp doesn't give a lot of spread over to this side. You can just eliminate these fog lamps, which will actually enhance those like say dullness of the spread on this side of the vehicle. Hate cleaning alley wheels? Get yourself a BEV. After a day's worth of driving, you get a tiny layer of brake dust or just road grime. The charging flap gets a notable praiseworthiness in the fact that it is absolutely a joy to use. It hinges absolutely superbly. It feels so well over engineered, and whoever actually got to test this on the development stage must have loved this, because it is so beautifully damped when it locks in place. I could do this all day long. It feels so lovely to use it. Absolutely amazing. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the positives of my 5,000 mile update video. Just on an end note, one of the best things I love about Beverly, and this isn't just restricted to this vehicle, it's all BEVs, is the ability to give knowledge and information out to the general public. And I don't just mean customers. I mean, I've had all walks of life. Like I've said to you, that old lady in one of my videos was chatting and really interested about the technology. I've had people come up to me, and obviously the badges on the back say zero emissions, and people are interested. They go, what's zero emissions? And then you obviously, well, you've probably done it yourself if you've got a BEV, to most people that have come up to you and asked about it. But I just feel, because I'm out on the road all the time and in the job that I do, I feel really privileged to be able to actually give this information out to people, and I really do mean that. I'm really enjoying the channel. I hope you guys do as well. And it's just about helping people if they want to know about the technology. I'm not one for pushing technology onto people that don't want to know about it. Like, for example, these vehicles currently, I feel, apply to a certain group of people that can afford this kind of priced vehicle on the market. There are a lot of other vehicles available that are a lot cheaper than these, that would pretty much do 90% of what this vehicle would do in their day-to-day lives. So I do understand that. And obviously there's the other band of people who haven't got driveways, they can't home charge, they haven't got the infrastructure. I mean, here in East Anglia, which is embarrassing, I must say, we've got the best, I believe it's topography, the flatness of the land for BEVs. We've got arguably some of the best temperatures in the British Isles, again, which makes these vehicles absolutely brilliant for the role in what we need, not just for in our industry, but for the general public as well. But sadly, like I say, we haven't got the infrastructure in East Anglia. I mean, if you go into something like ZapMap and you actually look, for example, at Milton Keynes have got more rapid chargers than the entire of East Anglia, and that's a town. I don't know if it comes under a city, might be a city, but you get what I'm saying. So there's a lot of people that won't be able to use these vehicles yet, because they haven't got the, when I say the ranges, I mean, for example, like if they do say 15 miles to work and 15 miles back every day, this vehicle would be borderline usable for those people if they could only go to, say, a rapid charger. They'd have to go maybe once every 4 days. The 60 kilowatt hour variant, I think, is going to be the and BEVs that have got between 50 and 60 kilowatt, I think, is going to be the tipping point. I think they're the vehicles that will actually be really beneficial for a lot wider audience, because those people, even on rapid charging to say 80 to 90%, you're going to get 180, 190 miles out of that vehicle, which is going to cater for them for an entire week. This vehicle, the 40 kilowatt hour variant, unless you've got a driveway, I think is kind of a bit too close to them actually running out of power in say a 5-day working week where they go to work and back. But anyway, enough waffling on, guys. I hope you enjoy, like I say, the video and all the videos, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye for now.